In the quiet, tree-lined suburbs of New York, a spacious two-story house stood at the end of a cul-de-sac, its pale blue shutters catching the late afternoon light. Inside, the faint aroma of freshly baked bread lingered from Martha's kitchen, wrapping the home in a warmth that contrasted sharply with the busy world beyond its walls. This was the Hunter household, a place of love, laughter, and a touch of solitude. James Hunter lived here with his 9-year-old son, Adam, and their loyal German Shepherd, Rex. James was a man who carried both success and sorrow. His sharp business mind had earned him respect in New York's corporate circles, but life had dealt him a painful blow years ago when a tragic accident claimed his wife, Emily. Since then, the bond between father and son had deepened into something unbreakable. They were each other's solace. Adam's bright eyes gave James a reason to keep going, and James's gentle guidance gave Adam the sense of safety every child longs for. Martha, the middle-aged housekeeper, had been with the family since before Adam could walk. She was more than an employee. She was a steady presence, offering motherly affection that softened the edges of their grief. Often she'd kneel to Adam's level, brushing a stray lock of hair from his forehead and saying, "Your mom would be proud of you, sweetheart." And Adam, though young, would nod with a seriousness far beyond his years. On a cool autumn evening, gray clouds rolled across the sky like slow-moving ships. James fastened his dark coat, preparing for an important business meeting in the city. "I'll be back soon, champ," he told Adam, crouching to hug him tightly. Adam clung to his father a little longer than usual. "Promise?" he whispered. James smiled, kissing the top of his son's head. "I promise." Before you know it, we'll be making pancakes together again. Rex wagged his tail, sensing the farewell. He nuzzled James's leg as if to say, "Don't stay away too long." The drive into the city began peacefully. Streetlights flickered on, casting long shadows across the quiet roads. But as James turned onto a deserted stretch of highway, the night shifted. Out of nowhere, a black van screeched to a halt in front of him. He slammed on the brakes, heart thudding. 4 masked men leapt from the van like predators. "Get out. Money and phone now." One barked, voice sharp as broken glass. James raised his hands. "Take it easy," he said, trying to keep his voice calm. "I'll give you whatever you want." He fumbled for his wallet and phone, but hesitation, maybe just a heartbeat, was enough. A fist crashed into his side. Another blow struck his jaw. Stars exploded behind his eyes as he stumbled. They dragged him from the car, kicks and punches raining down. One of them snarled, "Tie him up." "Hurry," James struggled, but rough hands bound his wrists and ankles with coarse rope. A foul-smelling cloth was forced into his mouth, silencing any cry for help. They dragged him behind an old warehouse, weeds and broken crates surrounding them like silent witnesses. The last thing he heard before darkness took him was the roar of the van's engine fading into the cold night. Back at the house, Adam waited by the window long after bedtime, listening to the ticking clock. When Martha urged him to sleep, he asked softly, "Do you think Dad will call?" "He will, darling," she assured him, smoothing the blanket. But worry flickered in her eyes when she turned away. Hours stretched into days, 4 days, and not a word. Adam's small world shrank to the size of his father's silence. At the hostel where he stayed during James's trips, he startled at every sound. Each ring of the phone quickened his heartbeat, only to crash into disappointment when it wasn't his father. One night, unable to bear the ache, Adam whispered to himself, "I can't wait anymore." He slipped out of bed, his breath quick in the cool corridor, and pushed open the back door. The night air bit his cheeks, but determination burned warmer than fear. He ran home, calling his father again, still nothing. Rex sensed his boy's anguish the moment Adam entered. The dog's amber eyes locked on his, bright and intense. It was as if Rex were saying, "I understand. We will find him together." Adam knelt, burying his face in Rex's fur. "We have to bring him back, boy. We just have to. The next morning, Adam marched to the police station, Rex trotting faithfully beside him. His small voice trembled as he told the officers everything. They listened, nodded, and promised to investigate. "Go back to the hostel, son," one officer said gently. "We'll handle it." But Adam saw through their polite reassurances. "They don't feel the ticking in my heart," he thought. That night, long after curfew, a soft scratching came at the hostel door. Then a low, urgent bark. Adam opened it to find Rex, eyes gleaming like twin lanterns. The message was clear. "You came back for me," Adam whispered. "Okay, we go together?" They retraced the route James would have taken, Adam carrying a worn photograph of his father. At every gas station and diner, he asked, "Have you seen this man?" The repetition became a chant, a prayer. Most shook their heads with sympathetic eyes. Near sunset, an old cafe owner paused, wiping his hands on a rag. "2 nights ago," he said, "I heard a commotion near a car in the wooded area off Route 19. Hope surged through Adam like a lightning bolt. "Thank you, sir," he said, voice fierce with gratitude. Darkness had fallen by the time they reached the desolate stretch. The wind whispered through the trees, carrying a scent of damp earth and rusted metal. Suddenly, a familiar engine growl shattered the stillness. The black van lurched to a stop ahead. 4 masked figures spilled out. The leader's eyes narrowed when he saw the photo in Adam's hand. "Hey, that's Grab the Kid." Mark lunged forward, but Rex leapt with a thunderous growl, slamming him to the ground. Lucas swung a knife, but Rex clamped down on his wrist, teeth like steel. Trevor pulled a pistol, only to be knocked off balance as the dog sprang again, jaws snapping. Jason charged Adam, who seized a fallen branch, his heart hammering. "Stay back," he shouted, striking with all his might. Rex whirled, delivering a final decisive blow. In heartbeats, the attackers lay groaning, disarmed and helpless. "Good boy, Rex," Adam gasped, adrenaline surging. "You're amazing." Rex's ears flicked, nose twitching. He sniffed the air, then bounded toward a dense tangle of bushes behind the warehouse. Adam followed, heart pounding. There, bound with frayed ropes, face pale and eyes barely open, was James. "Dad," Adam cried, voice cracking. He dropped to his knees, fumbling with the knots. "I'm here. It's me." James's lips trembled as he whispered, "My son." "You found me." Adam cut the last rope, and father and son clung to each other, tears mixing with the night's cold mist. It took all their strength to return home, Rex guarding every step like a silent sentinel. Martha gasped when she opened the door, tears streaming as she helped James inside. Over the next few days, James slowly regained his strength. Sunlight filtered through the curtains the morning he finally rose from bed. Rex sat nearby, watchful and proud. James knelt and gathered the dog into his arms. "You're more than a dog," he said, voice thick with emotion. "You're our protector, our hero." Adam wrapped his arms around both of them. "We're a team," he whispered. Martha wiped her eyes. "A family," she corrected softly. News of Rex's bravery spread quickly. Neighbors stopped by to shake James's hand and pat the courageous dog. Children pointed in awe when they passed the house. Yet for the hunters, the true reward was quieter, the unspoken understanding that love steadfast, unyielding had brought them back together. And in the still evenings that followed, when the sky turned amber and the breeze carried the scent of home, James often sat on the porch with Adam and Rex at his side. He would look at his son, at the faithful dog resting his head on Adam's lap, and think, this is everything. This is life's true victory. Their hearts, once fractured by loss and fear, beat now with a deeper courage. The Hunter family knew that no darkness, no distance could ever break the bond they shared.